So everyone, welcome here at the first part of day one from the 11th USDR annual forum here in Košice, Slovakia. This will be the first part, then we move forward to the plenary sessions, and right now I would like to introduce you the four most important hosts for this press conference. Please welcome the first, Igor Khorkovy, Ukrainian USDR Presidency Deputy Minister, Ministry for Communities and Territories Development of Ukraine. Second one, please welcome Květoslav Kmec, Ministry of Investments, Regional Development and Informatization of Slovak Republic. The third, Michal Blaško, National Coordinator of Danube Strategy and Director of Transnational Cooperation Programs. And also Petra Česen-Čatar, the National Coordinator from Slovenia. So these are the four hosts for this first press conference. I would like to give a word to Igor Khorkovy, and then the next hosts, and after their speeches we will have time for a few questions from you, the pressers and the audience. So Mr. Khorkovy, it's your turn.
Thank you very much. Do you hear me well? Yes. So first of all, on behalf of Ukrainian presidency, I'm very grateful to our Slovak colleagues for their assistance, help and support. For our presidency, frankly speaking, this is the war presidency, and that's the first in the history of USDR, when the non-EU member state holding the presidency, and at the same very time, it is within the war, with the bigger, stronger enemy. And I clearly remember 24th of February, when we planned to have a very big meeting with DSP, and I got up at like very early morning and understood that we have to do something, and my first message to DSP was, sorry guys, we are in war, we attacked, and we need to a little bit terminate our presidency. And I'm very thankful to DSP, our Slovak colleagues, Slovenian colleagues, that they assist us and they hold for this period, a couple of months, the presidency and perform and fulfill the program. To my point of view, Ukrainian presidency is a successful one, despite the fact that we are struggling, we are working on the constant shelling of our civilian cities. Some of our interventions, especially video ones, was recorded from the underground, and you can't even imagine what does it mean when you need to combine and somehow personally and psychologically to accept the situation when a couple hundred of kilometers from you, your citizens are dying. At the same time, you need to be strong and to keep moving and to keep fulfilling the program of the presidency and those obligations that you took. And to my point of view, our public administration, mutually with the NGOs and civil society, showed a high level of resistance. And we managed for today's that we have the annual forum, that's the Ukrainian annual forum with the support of our colleagues from Slovakia, but that's really Ukrainian forum. And I'm very grateful that for this moment of time, I'm sitting in front of you, and I have a possibility, due to the high level of resistance of Ukrainian people, to talk to you today and to express the thoughts, my feelings that I have, despite the fact that yesterday in Kyiv, a couple of rockets destroyed a huge district plant, and around 500,000 people without electricity, without water. So you can imagine the level of the horror that we meet each day. But at the same time, we clearly understand that only our mutual resistance and the support and unity between our partners, that's the key element and the key issue for our victory. So from my point of view, that's it. Please feel free to ask me questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Korkovian. And now, please, Mr. Květoslav Kmec, for your speech.
Yes, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First, let me, right at the beginning, express our sympathy with heroic fight of Ukrainian people against Russian aggression. And during a ministerial meeting that has just taken place, all ministries that are part of the Danube strategy, they all began with expressing their sympathies and their support to Ukraine. Now, our Ministry of Investments, Regional Development, Informatization is taking this event as another step of assistance of Slovakia to Ukraine. We congratulate Ukrainian presidency as the first non-EU member state presidency to a very successful accomplishment of their work under the presidency of the Danube strategy. We are in the city of Košice, very close to Ukrainian borders, and this city was very naturally selected for this conference, and we hope it will be a successful event. Our assistance to Ukraine, I think, is the key point, and assistance of all EU Danube strategy member states is the key point of this conference. And in all sectors that we will talk about, energy crisis, innovations, etc., this key point of assistance to Ukraine will be prevailing. So this is for the beginning, and I look forward to further questions from you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kmec. And right now move to Mr. Michal Blaško.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It was a year ago when Slovakia handed over the presidency of the Danube strategy to Ukraine. We were really happy and we were really proud that it is Ukraine as a first non-EU member holding the presidency within the Danube strategy. We saw this as well as a kind of symbol of Ukraine's determination in their way towards the better involvement in European Union. At that time, no one of us could have even imagined how the world would change. The aggression of Russia against Ukraine was a big shock for all of us, but thanks to our brain colleagues from Ukraine that were able, and they did their best to keep the presidency running, we were able to proceed with the tasks of presidency and with our implementation of our strategy. But in this situation, when bombs are falling down, even on the beautiful capital city of Kiev, it is obvious that annual forum was not able to take place in Ukraine. So this is the reason why it is here. This is the reason why it is in Slovakia, and this is the reason why we offered our helping hand to Ukraine to prepare or to organize annual forum here in Košice. The exact venue, and this is our eastern metropolis, city of Košice. It's not far away from the border with Ukraine. It's kind of a symbol that although it takes place here in Slovakia, but as Igor has said, it is Ukrainian annual forum of our strategy. The preparation of this year's annual forum was not easy due to the situation in Ukraine, but as I already mentioned, thanks to their brave work, even during these tough times, we, I think, succeed, and we hope that this year's annual forum will help us in our effort to make a Danube region a good place to live, and we really hope that today's discussion and meetings will help us in our efforts in this respect. Thanks a lot so far.
Thank you very much, Mr. Blaško. Given the current situation in Ukraine, this year's forum is organized by Ukraine with the support of Slovakia and Slovenia. And from Slovenia is also with us Petra Čatar. Here's your turn, Mrs. Čatar.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I would like to also condemn the brutal military attack of Russian Federation against Ukraine and express our solidarity with our Ukrainian colleagues. We worked very well during this year with Ukraine and with Slovakia.